sister moon. I seldom see you, seldom hear your tune. Preoccupied with selfish misery, brother wind and sister air, open my eyes to visions pure and fair.
My dear friends, today we celebrate the feast of Saint Francis of Assisi. The first 20 years of this handsome Francisco, life was happy, luxurious, and carefree in the holy and lovely town of Assisi in Italy. However, there was a war in which Francis was captured and he had to spend a year in prison. While he was confined in bed for several months, upon his return, he came to realize the emptiness of life he was leading. He tried to find God's will in that solitary prayer, meditation, and penance. And he understood he who serves the poor serves Christ himself. One day, as he was praying in the church of Saint Damian, that ancient crucifix commanded Saint Francis to repair my house, which Francis took it literally, and he did it. Francis gladly surrendered all his worldly possession and lived a life of a hermit, the poorest of poor. He was about 27, with ardent love with poverty. He applied himself to the gospel. Similar-minded men began to join Francis. When their number reached 12, Francis went to Rome and obtained from Pope Innocent III a verbal approval and permission to preach penance everywhere. He was made a deacon, but never aspired to priesthood. But he had a great reverence, my dear friends, to gain his livelihood. He had manual work, or even he begged at times. Francis also received the stigmata at the age of 44 on October 4th, 1226. He passed to eternal life, and just 2 years later he was canonized, and he is the world's best and fastest saint. That's what is said of him. Today, as we celebrate his feast of this great saint, Saint Francis of Assisi, where we have so much to talk, to tell about him through his intercession, let us learn the life of the gospel which he lived in our day-to-day life.
Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, in giving to all men that we receive, and in dying that we're born to